NAPA has some very interesting present news that I would like to elaborate. We are actually announcing this Furuno NAPA cooperation where NAPA as a software company providing a good monitoring capabilities and also electronic logging applications for the industry. And then Furuno being a very big 40% market share global marine software provider and satellite communication provider. These two companies joining forces to provide value for the customers, especially so that ship owners, ship operators and other managers could have access to ship data, big data, to be monitored, to be transferred for data storage, data centers, clouds, and then further for service providers to provide analysis which would then help and assist ship owners, even ship builders to build better ships or to operate the ships in better phase. So this cooperation I'm looking forward very much. I think that there are also tangible benefits for those customers that Furuno so actively addresses. On the ship design area, NAPA is a very strong software provider for ship design on the early stages, on the conceptual design and on the structural design. Already some time there has been a interest in the market to move from two-dimensional ship design for three-dimensional ship design, but it has not really taken steps forward. The world is three-dimensional. It's not flat, but it's three-dimensional, and ships need to be also designed in three-dimensional mode. Now we see in NAPA that major, big shipyards are changing their processes into this three-dimensional design mode, which I think is a significant improvement in the industry. We have piloted with these big shipyards, and we see that they will reduce their man-hours used for structural design in 30%. They will reduce their throughput time in the design process significantly. They will improve their quality. They will have more time for iterations. They will have better designs. And interestingly, I see that these big shipyards are going to request their partners to align with this 3D design process, which starts from the concept design, structural design, and then enters into all the design phases of the shipyard. NAPA is strongly participating in this development, and we see in the very near future some major announcements on this development. I'm looking forward for the benefits for those shipyards and design companies that will be clearly visible from this 3D dimensional design. EU MRV has raised a lot of discussions, and shipping industry globally is kind of paddling with the fact that the argument is set forward that it increases unnecessary reporting, unnecessary work for crew and bridge to once again report something which is maybe not so useful for the business. Well, I think there is another point of view for this. All the EU MRV required information are easily already available in monitoring systematics, and it can be drawn automatically for the verification purposes from electronic logging systems that many companies already today use. So I think that instead of saying that it will increase the workload, I would say that it will actually support the industry to reduce unnecessary reporting work. I give you an example. We have a study made in Japan where a bulk carrier was using electronic logging systematics. It reduced about 40% of the, about 60% of the time used for monotonous manual reporting and putting things on top. So instead of saying that no, this will increase, I would say that we should find in the industry means to reduce the work and improve the quality of the work. So I think that EU MRV is a very positive approach towards utilizing monitored information in a good way to improve environmental facts and to improve operations in general. I think it will also provide opportunities to improve safety at the seas, which also should be in the great interest of the industry. So I think EU MRV is a positive development in the industry. Every now and then I'm asked why the marine industry was left out from the Paris Agreement, the COP21. The arguments are used that industry lives still on the Stone Ages, that marine industry and the players, the countries active in the marine industry would not like to participate in environmental improvements. I think partly that is reflecting in the fact that marine industry was left out, and I feel a bit sorry about it, but I think that we should not stay there. I'm sure that there are plenty of the marine industry players who are giving a very big contribution to improve the environmental matters in this globe. And I think marine industry has a very big role in it because goods are transported at the seas. That's the major volume of the transportation. Steel ships consume a lot of fossil fuels, and we care about how the ships run forward. Marine industry is very actively developing the energy efficiencies of the ships in various ways, either reducing the consumptions of bunker oils or using different means of improving propulsion like wind energy and so on. So I think that despite of the fact that marine industry was left out from the COP21, I think that marine industry is doing tremendous efforts to improve the carbon emissions, to reduce the carbon emissions and to really ensure that the globe is a nice place to live also for our children.